A movie I wanted to talk about was Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland. Now, this movie has always been so fascinating to me. This is the Japanese poster for it. It was released in 1989, and then it was released in the States in 1992. And that's when I remember watching it, because I remember I was about, I would say, 6 years old or so. And this movie always just had some kind of magical effect on me. It especially touches upon the aspects of what's real and what's dreamlike, basically. So that's why I always loved this movie. I got into it again because The Mind Unveiled mentioned it on their channel recently. Go watch The Mind Unveiled. They really are amazing. They talk about a lot of different topics. And of course, they touched upon the esoteric part of it, because the Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland has a lot of esoteric things. And what I want to mention is that clown that's nearby the princess, he's a key part of the story because he's basically like the temptation on Nemo's shoulder. So basically it starts off with Little Nemo, and Little Nemo is having one of his nightmares, his dream/nightmare again. And there's a train chasing him in the beginning scenario, and it's really intense. It's really scary. He tries to get his mother's attention, but just like in dream form, he can't get his mom's attention, and he's scared. And then the train bursts through the house, and then you wonder what happens. But of course, it's just a dream. And then he wakes up falling off of his bed, which his parents are used to, interestingly enough. And this comic basically was inspired by Winsor McCay. He wrote the same comic strip, Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland, from 1905 to 1913. And his stories always consisted of blurred lines. What is reality and what is dream? And it always showed Little Nemo falling out of bed and just having that confused look on his face. Definitely something that I could relate to because I used to have night terrors. Anyways, Little Nemo, he goes to a parade. He gets invited via a rose from the princess and from King Midas. In the evening after the parade, the professor, which is like King Midas's like consort person, invites him via a dirigible, which is interesting enough. If you know about Antiquitech, then you know about dirigibles. You know that the elites are hiding such technology. They go to Slumberland, and we see that same clown, the temptation clown. He's there, and he basically, you have all this beautiful background scenery over here in Slumberland. And of course, the clown tempts Nemo to open a door that releases black sludge, which is from the Nightmare Land, from the Nightmare King, that King Midas had put away. So at the coronation of Nemo, basically the sludge gets out. It takes King Midas. Eventually, when they try to get King Midas back, when he's with the princess and the professor, they take them too, even Flip, the clown, and he has to defeat King Nightmare and save King Midas, which Nemo does in the end. He matures, he realizes what he did wrong, he basically sacrifices himself, and he actually, I would say he dies, but King Midas brings him back to life. We see the dirigible at the end. They're going back to New York, and then everything's fine and dandy. But of course, there's just so much little detail, so much thought, and so much esoteric things that they put. And I always wonder why I felt drawn to this movie. And now I know why. And if you want to get further into it, I would definitely recommend you to watch The Mind Unveil's recent video about that.